Hi everyone, it's Saunter Scamper here on Friday, June 29th, 2018. My video for you today is going to be about lint and detoxing and weight and also hair coverings. So about a week ago I was realizing that I haven't done a dread detox in like several months. I don't even know how long. And I thought I don't need to because I haven't noticed anything that made me think that I needed to do a detox. So then I also remember telling you about 3 weeks ago that I don't have problems with lint in my dreadlocks. So sometime between then and now, I did realize I do have lint and it's scary. So I told you before in that episode that I had, that it's like a dark gray. Okay, so I have always been having like white pillowcases for years. Okay, then I got my satin pillowcase and I was using that for a long time, but I've actually have not used my satin pillowcase in probably like 8 months. So I've been using white cotton pillowcases. Well, so still I wasn't having any lint problems that I was aware of, just like not anything other than if I picked out the ends, I noticed that there was lint in them, but I couldn't see like chunks of it on the outside coming out, like see it. So I did, like 3 days ago, I noticed there were like sections where like here, except it's not there anymore, but it was like a whole patch where it was like dark gray. It was like, oh my God, like, and then I'm just like looking, I'm like, this is freaky, this is scary, everything. So I haven't been using a hair covering or hair scarf at all. Like I can't go to sleep like that. And also it doesn't stay on all night for the most part. But anyway, I did do the satin pillowcase for a long time. We'll stop doing that. But even further, I went even further down the wrong path when I got these other sheets, fine. But this color pillowcases, I got these when I was at IKEA. And I am going to say that even though some people have problems with lint, no matter what, like they have to do everything, I think that's the worst, what I did there. So I did have to find these. I have 2 of these. I'm going to put a link below because Amazon has a lot of different kinds of satin pillowcases, but they have some that are zippered, and I kind of actually tend to like that. And it also has this like fold, so it covers the zipper, so the zipper isn't like, you know, accessible to your hair. So the link below to the Amazon pillowcases, there are a lot of different colors, and that's cool because not everybody wants white. And they're nice. They're nice colors, and they have good reviews. So when I saw this lint dark gray in my dreads, I was like, man. Well, I think I was confused because it seemed like it had shown up suddenly, like the kind that like the lint being on the outside of the dreads and being so like large spots that were integrated in. But they were large spots. So my inclination was to pick at it with my fingers first, my fingernails, and then I ended up finding my tweezers and used that. And then I did some research online and saw that there were different ways, including surgery on your dreads, which is basically like using your tweezers and picking it out. And so anyway, well, it's not the end of the world doing that, but some people are even more bothered by it than other people, and I was really like not sure how deep, no pun intended actually, no, but I didn't know how deep the problem was regarding like how much had been going on that I just wasn't noticing. And then once you start to notice something, you start to like focus on it. I didn't know what it was, but I did then feel better when I realized the pillowcase is a very likely culprit of it kind of seeming like it came on real suddenly, because I've only had those pillowcases for about 3 weeks. So I've told you before that I didn't notice that my dreads have gotten heavy. They don't feel heavy even when they're wet. They don't feel heavy. But I did tell you before when I was like, you know, repairing them, you know, that the ends, I described in my video, the stiffness of the ends that were thicker ends from here down. Stiffness and dense, more dense. Okay, so didn't even occur to me that maybe they needed a detox. Well, I decided to do a detox after doing the research on the lint and deciding that, you know, there's probably buildup. Obviously, there's probably buildup. So if I do a detox, it's not going to necessarily get rid of the lint, but, well, I started to pick out the, I don't know, but actually turned out that it was easier to get the lint out after I did the detox. For this detox bath, I do not have any products laying around from professional detox kits like Locs. Don't have it left because it's basically once and done. And so I also do not have any baking soda around because of my moving situation. I have not gotten my baking supplies yet, and I have not bought more baking soda. So I don't have any baking soda in the house. I had done research that I put online for you guys in some video in the past more than a year that says that, you know, baking soda will eventually destroy the acid mantle on the outside of your hair. So shampooing with baking soda is not a good idea. Now, if you're putting it in your dread soak, I'm not sure the pluses and minuses. I personally don't know much about what the bonuses are if your dreads aren't stinking and need absorbing of, you know, whatever pulled out and absorbed, because my dreads were not smelling in any way, shape, or form. So I was like, well, I'm not going to go get baking soda. I'm just not motivated to use baking soda on my dreads, including in the detox soak. So I do have apple cider vinegar. So I keep this under my bathroom sink. So I used that. I used about like maybe a cupful almost. And then I used this size basin. Then I shampooed my hair under the bathtub faucet. Shampooed it with Locs liquid shampoo. And then put some pretty warm water. I won't say hot water because I don't want to dry out my dreads too much, but I did put really warm water in here with the apple cider vinegar. Also, people use Dawn dish detergent on their dreads. Not as much white people that I see doing it on a detox, but I do see black people doing it in their detox. So I don't have Dawn dish detergent, but I have this. It's like probably more gentle or whatever. It says residue free. It's not green like, oh, I think Dawn is green. I'm not sure. Anyway, I use this in the detox bath. I didn't use any essential oils because I can't find them. And also, I don't think they're going to do any good. I didn't want anything to stick in. I kind of wanted to cleanse them out. Well, I couldn't believe it. I kept my hair in there, upside down. I actually put that basin on the edge of the bathtub, perfect height. And I kind of like dipped it in and out as much as I could and like kind of shook it around. I can never keep my hair down in there for longer than like 7 or 8 minutes max. I know people do it for longer, but I just can't get myself to do that. So then I rinsed it out and I used the Locs shampoo again. What I noticed was, so my hair dried a lot faster. They were a lot lighter, like in weight. I could feel that right away. And I'm like, wow, okay, so maybe they're going to be more flexible. So that was interesting. But then I've got all this human hair, this afro kink hair that I did dye. So this is its dye because it's usually kind of like a yellow when you buy it. It's sewn to a weft, but this is what I've been using to repair those thin spots. So it's more dry. It's more coarse, but it's also more dry. So my ends have a lot more dryness, like I mentioned last time, strawiness. I mentioned like the word straw. So I'm like, well, okay, I'm not, obviously I just got some stuff out of my dreads. I don't want to like go putting stuff in right away. So I'm not going to use the Locs tightening spray. So I ended up getting out my refreshing spray, which I don't use very much, to be honest. This is a lavender sky, which I don't like the scent of all that much. And to moisturize them, because I just got out a bunch of buildup, which was also some oils. So that's what I did. I sprayed that in quite a bit, and it made my hair look like a richer color. That was good. I was like, I'm not going to put conditioning oil on my palm and like go through my hair because I don't want it to attract more lint, especially till I find my satin pillowcase, which I just found before this video. Also, spraying things on, right? Think about spraying things on. I think I'm not going to be spraying the tightening spray anywhere except on my roots and scalp, if I do it all. But that does help my roots to maintain themselves. But I'm thinking, well, it's expensive. It's like over $15 to get this refreshing spray. from Locs. So guess what? I was at Trader Joe's today for groceries, and in the refrigerate section I found this coconut water. Reminded me of, now this is super clear, like this is in the refrigerated section. It's clear. They sell other coconut water other places in the store, but this one was refrigerated and this is the most clear one I've seen. So I had been watching a Locs video where Aylin Leslie, the owner, was talking about the ingredients and the reasons why the ingredients in their products. And coconut water, she said, was helping with elasticity of your hair and strengthening, I think, too. So I got this because some people mix up like rose water and put in a spray bottle, sometimes with some vitamin E oil, like Yanni says to do. Yanni, the lochologist, says to put vitamin E oil quite a bit in a spray bottle with the rose water. So I got this. I was super excited because it was only like, okay, coconut water, $2.99. And this is 12 fluid ounces coconut water. It's in a plastic bottle. So I'm gonna spray this on my lock and maybe add a little bit of like jojoba oil and a little bit of vitamin E, but not much. Mix it in a separate spray bottle. That's what I thought I'd do. The Refreshing Spray by Locs. Some of you might use it. First ingredient's coconut water. Second one's distilled spring water. So this coconut water is pretty awesome. I hope I just like it. I'm sure I'll tell you either way if I like it or not. What else is in here? Okay, so then the third ingredient after distilled spring water is avocado oil. Okay, I don't have avocado oil. Grapefruit seed extract, well, that one is for keeping things from going bad, which I used to have some grapefruit seed extract and I no longer do because of the move situation where I don't have my belongings. But I think I should buy that on Amazon because that's something you can just add a little drop in and it will keep it from going bad. And then hemp seed oil, jojoba oil, and pure essential oils extracts. So that's probably what they're using the scents in here. So yeah, so jojoba oil is one of my favorites. Actually, like before I had dreadlocks, I would love to use it on the ends, even though you had to be careful with any oils with my hair because it's really fine hair. It would look oily really fast, but jojoba oil is great. So I did the detox. I don't know what the difference was between just the color of this apple cider vinegar mixed with water at the end. I don't know how much looked like it was coming out because it doesn't really matter to me. If you're using baking soda, you're for sure gonna see it cloudy because it's cloudy before you put your hair in. So no baking soda in my detox. All right, well, that's what I have for you. Take care and I will talk to you later.